Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the Liga Europe for round number 15 here at the Russian Grand Prix. The Sochi Autodrome is the venue for today. Apologies for the late start. PlayStation has been having a few connection issues. It caused a bit of a delay in the other divisions, Division 3, which is where I race, and yeah, there was a bit of a delay there, and the race literally finished bang on the time where D4 is usually scheduled to start. So we had to take a little 10-minute break, and then unfortunately I was having connection issues and I couldn't start the stream. So we've missed a good chunk of qualifying. As you can see right now, Ryan, who is no longer Mere Ryan, he is now under the name XL Ryan. XL underscore Ryan, who is currently on provisional pole with a 31.8 and obviously on the soft tyres. Calvin, who unfortunately I did not see crash out of the session, yeah, he's done a 32 flat, so he's going to be hoping that time is good enough to keep him there or thereabouts. Jerome currently in third on a 32.1. He's going to be looking to improve. Then you got Don, 5 tenths off Jerome's time, and his teammate right behind him. Then the championship leader Jasper, who is currently in 6th place and a full second off the time set by Ryan. And I tell you what, I've been practicing with Ryan all week. I know his pace. I know he is very capable of a 31.1, which would have given him pole position in Division 3. So I just want to put that out there. Does anyone know what the weather is for the race? I'm not sure, but let's turn to the chat and just have a little peek. As we got Kieran congratulating me on my 40th com for LOE. Thank you very much. Actually, no, it wasn't Kieran. It was Smitsky. My bad. My bad. You both got the same profile pic color. So my apologies, Smitsky, congratulating me on my 40th commentary here for LOE. And we got Frankie in the chat, obviously showing support for Jasper. Craigie asking whether Iro's saying there's no rain. Well, that is interesting. That will make things very interesting as Jasper improves with a 32.1 and Ryan B not too far off. But this is the man to beat. He won last time out, his first race win to really get his championship challenge underway. I believe the gap is around 28 points between Ryan and Jasper. So Jasper needs to halt Ryan's charge here, because Ryan in recent races has really stepped up, and Jasper, I mean, he's been consistent, but consistency is not stopping Ryan from closing in, which is, it's what he needs to do. He needs to stop Ryan from closing in. And as you guys know, this is Russia. Track limits are always going to be a problem around here. But if anyone can actually go through without getting a penalty, they will have my utmost respect, because trust me, as a guy who done that earlier, it's not an easy thing to do. So we will see what happens now for the rest of this qualifying session. I'm expecting Ryan to definitely go quicker. In fact, we'll go on board with Ryan for a lap of the Sochi Autodrome. So he's going to come out of the pits, and as you can see, it looks like he did invalidate a 31.4 on his previous lap. So here he goes, breaking down into turn 2, taking a bit of curb there, which is really what you want to do. You want to hug the curb, And same for this corner as well, kind of hug the inside, try to not scrub off a huge amount of speed, and then brake in. He wants to be clipping this curb, and he does that very nicely. Now takes a good line through there, which I believe was turn 6 into turn 7, doing well once again. Now turn 8, it always wants to understeer you wide, but you gotta let the car roll through. As we go into 9, very easy to invalidate there, but here he goes with DRS wide open on the back straight. Let's see what the braking zone is like, and yeah, he does well there. Gets a good momentum through that long left-hander as he goes to the 90-degree corners, off cambered 90-degree corners as well, to be completely fair with the elevation change. Very easy to invalidate, but here he comes now to the line, and it's a 31.2. Absolutely monstrous lap there from Ryan. As we got Dave, who is 4 tenths up on his time. And then we got Jasper's teammate, Cloudy Cloud, currently in 13th place. We'll see how he filters through. He comes around the final corner now. Dave with a 32.8. It puts him up into the top 10. What about Cloudy Cloud? Cloudy Cloud straight into the pits. We've got Ibo now coming to the line. Ibo running low on ERS. Is this going to be an improvement for the man in the Williams? Around the final corner he does lock up though, but he does improve by nearly 2 seconds, but gets on the grass, and that has completely destroyed his next lap. Slayer into the pits. And Ghost Recon, who wasn't here last week, just gearing himself up for an outlap. So we'll stay on board with Ghost Recon, because he will be the first one to go for the line, as Ryan will come into the pits. He's done a fantastic lap there, has Ryan. But here comes Ghost Recon. Through sector 1, he looks pretty clean so far. He could gain a bit of time here and there. Doesn't take the ideal line there through that right-hander, which will just cost him a little bit of time. He doesn't use all the curb either through both of these corners. In fact, he's not really attacking the curves, which is how Ryan has managed to get such a fantastic lap. You really have to attack these curves to really gain time around here. Here we go into the braking zone. Now that's really how you want to attack some of the curves there. As we got this uphill 90-degree left-hander straight into the 90-degree right-hander. And around the final corner will be a 33.2. Not enough to get him into the top 10 yet. We do have Mir Kieran on a lap, John not on a lap. So we'll stick on board with Mir Kieran, the man who was on for a podium but made that mistake and dropped off it, and building quite a reputation for making mistakes recently, as he's gonna bail and come into the pits. That's qualifying over then from Kieran. So Jerome is just starting a lap. We got either Craigie or Jav, but I did see someone jump up. I believe that was Daryl Pace. Yes, it was. Now we got a Renault of Palmer to the line, and he's just starting his lap. What about Jordan? Jordan improves to get himself up into 7th place. A good lap there from Jordan JT. Now we got the Red Bull of Ryan about to start his lap, and we got Jasper, the next man behind, to start his lap. Smitsky into the pits. He's going to be taking no further part in this session, as we've also got Ibo. Who have we got now coming to the final corner? It is going to be Ryan B. Just gets around it in time to start his flying lap. What about both of the Alphas? Both of the Alphas unable to get it done, and Maverick doesn't cross the line in time. Dave at the moment sitting in P10, so next man to cross the line will be Jerome. So we'll go on board with the Mercedes as he crosses the line now. It's a 31.9, gets himself up into 2nd place. Good lap there from Jerome. Now Don, as he comes through the final corner, he improves, gets himself up into 7th. Now Don, no longer called Don Steering Wheel, now under the name of XL Don as well. So Ryan and Don now part of the same esports team. As Palmer again a little bit loosey goosey on the final corner, as Darrell will come into the pits, as we got Ryan now into the final corner. What is the man on the Red Bull gonna do? He does improve, and it's a 31.1. But I don't think it was. As Jasper goes 2nd place. What about Cloudy Cloud into the pits? Who are we looking at next? As we got Ryan B into the pits also. Anyone else? No, I believe that is qualifying sorted. No, LFC gets himself up into 13th place. Slayer into the pits as he's just chucked it straight into the wall. Strategy around here is a relatively simple soft to medium strategy. Just an indicator for anyone watching, I pitted from softs lap 2 and I took the mediums to the end. That's just the indication of the tyre wear around here. It's really not that bad. But there we go, we have Ryan on pole position, 6/10 clear of his championship rival, and that is Jasper, the championship leader, who is just ahead of Jerome, the man in 3rd place in the championship, looking to get into this battle with these two in the title hunt. As we got Calvin in 4th, Ryan B 5th, May Kieran in 6th, Don in 7th, Jordan in 8th, Smisky 9th, Dave in 10th, and outside the top 10 we got Palmer, Daryl, LFC, Maverick, Ghost Recon, Cloudy Cloud, Jav, Craigie, Ibo and Slayer rounding out the rest of the grid. Okay, so we've been told that it is a dry race, though there are quite a lot of clouds out. The clouds are out here in Sochi. Time to perfection there, Mike. Oh, you know me, but you know me. Now, the question is, I mean, when it's cloudy and overcast like this, sometimes it can throw up wet conditions and still say it's dry to everyone else. So everyone needs to be on a bit of high alert right now as we look at the tyre selection outside the top 10. So Palmer, LFC, Cloudy Cloud, Ibo and Slayer all opting for the medium compound. Everyone else outside the top 10 going for the soft, and ideally I'd say the soft is the better strategy, because an early safety car, you can take mediums to the end, you know, it's not an issue. Softs is a big stretch there. But can anyone catch this man in the championship? He has his nearest championship rival right alongside him on pole position, showing his pace here. And as we know, this place is iconic for the amount of track extension and penalties that can be accumulated here. So we'll see how everyone can manage the track conditions as well as the track limits. By the way, guys, also going on right now live on the Liga Europe YouTube channel, we also have Division 2 being streamed by QVR Dakar and QVR Verstappen are your commentators over there. So if you want to go on over, you'll say hello, tell them Mike sent you, show the other streams some love, much appreciated. And now we're gearing up as everyone comes around the final corner to take their grid positions to start this race. "27 laps of the Sochi Autodrome await the lads of D4. A full 20-man grid as we now wait for those 5 red lights to come on. And here they are, the 5 the 5 red lights. Lights out and we are underway, and it looks like LFC LFC getting an absolutely horrible start. But here goes Jaron trying to go toe to toe with Jasper. 3 wide momentarily behind with Ryan B, Kieran and Jordan, but it looks like everyone getting through without any carnage going on, as we got a 3 wide moment between Smitsky, Alt Maverick and Ghost Recon there. Ghost Recon, the man who just went off at turn 2. Meanwhile, up ahead, Palmer just getting a little bit shoved out wide. Alt Maverick down the inside of Dave Javu. And Kieran getting past, actually side by side with Jerome. In fact, Jerome breaks a little bit earlier trying to get the switch back, and he does, and he's around the outside for this next corner. And he should have that move done, as we got a yellow flag in sector 2, and I think that's Dave. Yep, Dave is around. But Kieran once again getting past Jerome now. The more these guys battle, the better it is for Jasper and Ryan, because they already got that gap to over a second. And we got Don on the back of Jordan here. So we got a bit of a train forming behind Kieran, and trains around here are really annoying, really, as Ryan actually pulls out a second lead already to Jasper. So Ryan trying to stretch his legs early on, as we got Smitsky into the pits, and I'm assuming that's for a front wing change, as Ivo drops back a couple of positions. Meanwhile, we got Ghost Recon get side by side with Cloudy Cloud. We didn't have the best angle there on the broadcast cam, but Ghost Recon gets through, as we got the racing points side by side, Jav and Craigie, and it looks like Jav has got that move. I know a bit of contact there between the racing points. That's front wing off there for Craigie. And that is not what you want early on. However, as I said earlier, I pitted at the end of lap 2 for a set of mediums because of front wing damage, and I took the mediums all the way to the end. So it is possible, Craigie. You're not out of this race yet. As Duron now all over the back of Kieran. Is he going to be close enough coming into this braking zone? No, he's not. As we got a VSC out. And I think that might be for... Not sure who that is for, but LFC getting a 5-second penalty for collision with Slayer, his teammate. So that is not good there between the Alfa Romeos. Going to go on board with the Ferrari, who wants to get these moves done and out the way. As DRS has now been enabled, and this is where we're going to see some positions change. Up ahead we got Kieran getting past, we got Jerome getting past Kieran. What about Don? Can he have a little luck? No. The Toro Rossos are scrapping for 6th place. Don has to stick behind for the time being. And Calvin, along with his teammate Palmer, on the medium compound tyres. So bear that in mind, he is there lurking. Meanwhile, up ahead, Kieran has managed to get past Don again, and that has just compromised Don. And here goes Ryan B around the outside. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. Thinks better of it. As we got the Toro Rossos having an absolute ding-dong battle there. And Jordan losing the place there to his teammate Oak Maverick. And Don is sniffing an opportunity here. He's got 2 Toro Rossos ahead of him and 2 Renaults behind him. He wants to get ahead as much as possible. But meanwhile, Kieran and Jerome once again trading positions. Jerome getting out of shape there in that corner as we got Hope Maverick and Jerome as Ryan B goes around the outside. Oh, the Renault in the background of Calvin. The Renault in the background of Calvin completely spun around, and Ghost Recon has actually gone through on Palmer. We got a yellow flag in sector 3. No safety car though. As Don getting past Jordan with DRS down the main straight, so a good move there from Don. As we got Palmer taking the exit to come back onto the turn 4 corner after he went off at turn 2. Meanwhile, this battle for P3 is now a 4-way scrap, because you can see Alt Maverick is now there with him. Meanwhile, Ryan has extended his gap to Jasper to nearly 2 seconds. So good job there from the man in the Red Bull. And Kieran once again in a podium position right now, but this is not the first time he's been there. He needs to keep his head cool for this entire race and just not put himself under so much pressure, because I think that's been the problem for Kieran over recent races. As Jerome getting out of shape once again in that off-cambered uphill left-hander, and it is a tricky corner as Jasper picks up a 3-second time penalty. So Jasper already accumulating a 3-second time pen as LFC gets a 5-second time penalty. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, Don able to break away somewhat from Jordan, but Jordan just about hangs in that DRS to bring him back in a bit closer. As Maverick is just outside that DRS window, as we got another VSC as LFC has DNF'd somewhere. I'm going to stay on board with Smisky just to see where LFC has gone off to, because that his dot hasn't shown up on the... He's already gone past him. I'm not sure what's happened to LFC there, but Craigie just picked up a drive-through penalty. So not good there for Craigie. As DRS has been re-enabled, as the VSC has come to an edge run, has timed that perfectly to get past Alt Maverick. As LFC is actually in game chat right now and he is not happy as we got a yellow flag, and that's Jasper! Jasper's around! Jasper is around! Jasper's been disqualified from the session! Oh no! Jasper is out of this race! Disqualified, the championship leader! He's out! Oh my god! The championship leader out of this race. Meanwhile, Holt Maverick and Jerron going side by side. Jerron getting the better traction on the exit of turn 2 and 3, but Holt Maverick will hold the inside for turn 4. And Don keeping it behind for turn 5. Meanwhile, up ahead, Ryan B all over the back of Kieran. Kieran goes wide there as we got the Williams of Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon's gone. Ghost Recon is... He looks like he's had a half spin there and he has lost out big time. We're going back up towards the front. This has just turned the championship completely on its head. Ryan has a opportunity right now to bring that gap in the championship all the way down to 2 points going into the final few rounds. Remember guys, there are only just a few rounds left. We got Japan up next, then we got Mexico and USA and Brazil. There's only 4 rounds left, and Jasper was in P2 but spinning it and getting himself disqualified has given Ryan a fantastic chance to really claw his way back up in this championship to what is going to be an exciting title race now for the end of the season. And here goes Jerron, DRS wide open, and he will sweep past. Meanwhile, behind you can see the Ferrari of Don closing up as well, and this will be a tasty three-way scrap coming very soon. Meanwhile, in the background you see Ghost. Oh, Slayer getting a little bit squeaky there on the exit of turn 3 as he just loses the traction. Ghost Recon though getting that move done and getting past. But right now Ryan has a monstrous 6.5 second lead to his teammate in second place. His teammate is under pressure though. He has got a bit of a train behind him. And we're right on the back of this train with XL Don. As Alt Maverick closing right up underneath that gearbox of Jerron, as we got Ryan B into the pits going for an early pit stop. So he's opting to go for the undercut on these guys, and it could very well work out for him because the undercut is pretty powerful around here. As Jasper saying GG Cody's. I mean, it's unfortunate. I don't think the game does give you enough time, especially when there's cars around you, to get yourself back around. So I understand where you're coming from there. As Don actually manages to get past Alt Maverick there. Good move from Don now up into 4th place. As it looks like Ryan has actually come out into some good clean air, so he's going to be able to push now on this outlap and maybe try to get himself a good comfortable margin ahead of the likes of Kieran, Giron, Don and Alt Maverick, picking up a 3-second time penalty, but he is all over the back of the Ferrari, so he may have a bit of a look, perhaps. I doubt it though. He just doesn't have the legs there in that straight line. Yeah, as we got a VSC, and that's a very late call there from Alt Maverick. That could get a bit of a look in at the stewards. I just caught that then. Alt Maverick very late into the pits, and yeah, that could be a bit of a situation there now. Looks like Jordan hasn't been held up too much, but that VSC pit stop has actually helped Don and Alt Maverick get a nice sizable lead over Ryan B there, as DRS has once again been enabled, allowing these guys to go back racing. So Don and Alt Maverick just over 2 seconds ahead of Ryan B, and I think Ryan B would have definitely got the jump on those two if they didn't make that call to go into the pits. I think Don was coming in anyway. Alt Maverick with a very late call, so we'll see where they all come out relative to Giron and Kieran. I'm expecting Kieran and Giron to drop down behind the likes of Ryan B. As Giron picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. We was on board for that. And yep, Giron now into the pits, and so is Ryan. Now this will be interesting to see how much the VSC pit stop has helped Don steering wheel. Well, XL Don now, as Ryan is coming out of the pits right now. Slayer will get the jump on him, and Don has closed up massively. Look at that. Ryan had a 6.5, nearly 7-second lead to his teammate before coming into the pits, and Don was towards the back of the train that Kieran had, and now the gap is down to 1.5 seconds between Don and Ryan. And bearing in mind, Don has his own championship ambitions as well. He's in a good battle with Giron right now for 3rd in the championship. So, and with Jasper being out of this race, you know, this is 3 points for every single person who wants to try and challenge the man in the Haas. So Don right now currently in a net P2, Alt Maverick in a net P3, but does have that 3-second time penalty, which puts Ryan there. He has managed to get the jump on Giron, so Giron right now in a net P5. I believe Kieran's going to rejoin, maybe behind Jordan at this rate. I'm not too sure, but we shall see, as Palmer will take the lead of this race, and Kieran has been released from his pits, so we'll see just how far back The man in the Red Bull will drop. He's just reached the pit limiter release now, and he's lost out Giron. Meanwhile, Ryan has just managed to get past Slayer. I'm not sure what's going on there. He's gone deep, but there goes Don around the outside. So Don wasting no time in following Ryan through. The two members of XL currently leading this race 1-2. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Jasper. It really is. I mean, I still maintain that the game's got to acknowledge time for you to spin around when there's cars around. Fortunately, it is one of those things that just happens, and it sucks when it happens, because I've definitely had it happen to me. You can go back and watch my very first race in LOE. I mean, it happened there. Oh, it's Kieran getting a little bit loosey-goosey there on the curb. As Ryan now trying to stretch his legs, build that gap to Don. And Maverick, he is closing in on Slayer, as Slayer picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. And Giron and Kieran Giron seems to be struggling here in the race. He just doesn't appear to be very comfortable on this track, so Kieran may have an opportunity to get through. But the thing is, Kieran, who was once ahead of Giron, Ryan B, Maverick and Don, is now behind them all. So he's got a lot of overtaking to do to get back to where he was. As Maverick now with DRS wide open, he's going to pull to the outside of Slayer, and he should be able to get the move done and the break in. Yes, he does. Good move there from the man in the Toro Rosso. As Palmer's retired. Another VSC. Oh no, Palmer must have lost it on the exit. Oh no, as Slayer is into the pits. Now, if I was Slayer, I would definitely be chucking on a set of the soft compound tyre. So we've had plenty of VSCs, no safety cars yet. Which for Ryan, I'm guessing he is very happy with that. As Ibo picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. So Slayer will rejoin down in, I believe, 13th place. He might just stay ahead. No, he does drop down into 13th place, but he is on those fresh soft tyres, so we will check on his progress during the rest of this race. But right now we have this battle for what is effectively the podium right now, because Alt Maverick does have a 3-second time penalty, that we know. As Calvin picks up a 3-second time penalty of his own, which is not going to help him in his battle. We're going to go down and have a little look at the grip that Slayer's got. As Palmer is saying in the chat, he's literally got his head in his hands. Palmer, it is easily done there at that corner, mate. It is so... It's one of those corners where it's just one of those corners, like, you know, you don't think it's going to be too bad, but it ends up being pretty bad if you get it wrong there. So don't feel bad about it. It happens to the best of us at that corner. As Duron now on the back of Ryan B gets the move done, as Kieran can only sit back and watch as actually Ryan B trying to fight back. They're going to be side by side into turn 4. And Ryan B looks like he's going to get the job done, but there comes Kieran in the background sniffing an opportunity to have a go as Ryan B goes off track now. Duron down the inside. Is he going to get the move done? No, he isn't. Not on traction at least, but they're going to be side by side going into the next right-hander, and Duron does get ahead, but he hasn't got the best of runs out of that corner and out of the next corner, and is free wide almost as Ryan B closes the door there on Kieran, but gets squeezed out there by Duron, and now Kieran on the back of the Mercedes. And he's going to go around the outside as Duron tries to defend down the inside. This side by side, wheel to wheel racing here into the final sector, and Duron smartly tucks back in behind the Red Bull. As Ryan sets a new fastest lap, so he is looking to punish Jasper's DNF by trying to pick up all 26 points here today. And Duron unable to close up enough into turn 2 to make a move on Kieran, as Calvin picks up another 3-second time penalty. So right now these three, they are the closest battle we have on track. As Jasper has left the session, and I mean, you gotta feel bad for Jasper, because that's a game problem. That is not it's an issue with the game. It's happened in previous Codemaster games, and it's the same. Palmer, you're saying one time that you'll get some good points, mate. I'm still hoping I can get some good points. Didn't happen today, unfortunately, but hey, at least I managed to keep it with no penalties for the entire race, which was even more annoying for me. But you know, one day, yo, being cleaner on this track will pay off. But it does look like Kieran has the better straight line speed out of these three, and doesn't have as much ERS to play with as Ryan actually has the most. Let me just get that graphic up for everyone to see, so you guys can see that. You see Ryan right now on 80%, Duron on 50%, and then Kieran all the way down on 25, just trying to get himself some ERS for this back straight. And Duron just getting a little bit squirmy there on the curve, which is not good for him, but closing up, and Ryan B closing up even more. But gonna have a look now, because we think this could be a move for Jav. Is he gonna get past Dave Javu? DRS wide open, he is closing in, but he's backed out of it. Back up towards this battle for third. Well, technically it is going to be for third place, as I've already mentioned Alt Maverick with that 3-second time penalty. This is still the battle for the podium. Right now it does look like Kieran is just doing about enough here to keep these guys at bay, as Jav does manage to get past Dave there with DRS into turn 2, but Dave gonna fight back through turn 4. He has the inside line, which will turn to the outside for turn 5. Jav gonna hold it down the inside. Is he gonna get the car turned in enough? Yes, he is. So Jav now up into 9th place, and it looks like Dave actually has some front wing damage, so just showing there that Dave is struggling. Yeah, he's missing that front right end plate, which is gonna hinder him. Meanwhile, Jordan trying to do the best that he can to try and catch up to Ghost Recon for what will be 7th place. A good result for both Ghost and Jordan if they can pull it off and have that good battle for 7th place. Meanwhile, we still got this 3-man battle between Kieran, Jerron and Ryan B, and you can see just ahead of him is the other Toro Rosso of Alt Maverick. The gap is now down to 1.4 seconds, and you can see Alt Maverick is he's not derating, but he's running so low on energy that he's just costing him time. The battery is completely drained for Alt Maverick. He needs to chuck it in low or none, try and save some battery. And Don unable to match the pace of Ryan, so Ryan really showing that he's got the outright pace to win this here today, and he's been very clean as well on the track limits as well, I've noticed. As here we go, this has got to be the move now. Jerron is close, but he's not using his ERS. Ryan B has dropped back a bit, but he is using ERS to try and close back up. And Jerron needs to get past Kieran before Kieran gets the DRS off Alt Maverick. As we are just about to go on to lap 19. Oh, Jerron gets a bit of a snap there at the penultimate corner, and that could affect how good this DRS is going to be, and he is going to close up, but it's not enough to get the move done. And this could be crucial because Kieran now just outside the DRS on Alt Maverick, and if he gets DRS, that will help him defend from Jerron and Ryan B behind. So this is crucial right now for Jerron. He needs to get past Kieran ASAP, either on this straight or he needs to get past him into turn 2. He can't dilly-dally with his ERS. He needs to use it to get the job done. But Ryan B actually, out of these two, he is the one who's been using his ERS, and he's using it again. He's going to try to go to the outside of Jerome, but he's unable to get the job done there. And as I said, Jerome needs to chuck his ERS up at the high or overtake and try to get past this Red Bull, because Kieran is not too far off. DRS, a good exit out of the final corner, and it could be it as Calvin gets past Dave, but we gotta go back up towards the front. Is Jerome gonna use his ERS? He's refusing to use it, but he is gaining. this is a bad mistake right now from Duron. He needs to use ERS on those straights, because now Kieran has got DRS on Alt Maverick. Meanwhile, behind Calvin getting past Jav there for 9th place. And we also got Dave there as well. Nice little freeway battle going on for 9th place. Slayer on those soft tyres, not too far off. So we'll see how that goes. But we got this 4-man battle for 3rd place. As Duron now realizing that he actually has a higher fuel ERS mode than medium, but he only uses it momentarily. But we're going to go on board with Ryan B, the man at the back of this train, just to see what will transpire as they come through the final corner. Jerome looks like he's got a much smoother run through there than Kieran does, and he is starting to use his ERS as Darryl Price has retired from the session. As we're going to go on board with Ryan just to see where that is. Oh yeah, that's a heartbreaking place to lose it. I'm guessing what's gone on there is he's jumped onto the curb as Kieran around the outside of turn 4, down the inside of turn 5. Unbelievable stuff there from Kieran to try the move on Alt Maverick, as we got a VSC coming out which will neutralize the race. So as soon as we got a little bit of side-by-side action at the top end, the VSC comes out, and once again it's another VSC, not an SC, which we haven't seen yet. Oh, as they're both saying that we have the charity event, which is the break week next week, so there won't be a race next week, but next race will be at Japan, guys, in a fortnight's time. We're waiting for VSC to go away. It has now gone away, and Kieran is going to be quite annoyed at that, but they've both, Alt Maverick and Kieran, has managed to save a little bit of ERS, but not as much as Duron and Ryan B. So this is crucial. Kieran having a little look down the inside, but oh, Jerome braking very late there, and that's going to open the door for Ryan B to maybe have a look. I'm not sure, but here goes Kieran once again around the outside of turn 4. It's just going to be the move completed this time for Kieran. No, Alt Maverick holds on to the position, but he does one right. That could be a track extension there, as he goes wide again. Meanwhile, Dave and Jav trade in positions for 10th place. Guys, I wish I could jump on board with that, but I got to focus on this battle. We got a, oh no, it's Slayer. Yes, Slayer's around. He's the wrong way. Unbelievable. I think Slayer must have tried for a move on Dave or Jav into turn 5, and that has just sent him around. And is that going to be a safety car? No, it is not. So this race being quite generous with no safety cars, only VSCs so far. As we got Jav still side by side with Dave Javu, and it's a nice little ding-dong battle between them. It really is, but gonna go back up towards the front as here goes Kieran around the outside for turn 2, and Jerome getting a bit tail happy on the exit of turn 3, and this is Ryan B's chance now to try around the outside. The problem is that they both are similar on ERS, so it's not going to be that easy. And Ryan B picks up a 3-second time penalty, and that has just hindered him even more. So on lap 20, oh, as Jerome picks up a 3-second time penalty, as Maverick tries to hold it around the outside of Kieran there. As Kieran is going to try and swing it around the outside, he does keep the move done, but he won't have DRS, as Maverick is going to be under pressure from Jerome. So here goes Jerome to the outside, as that is a horrible camera angle, Codemasters. Oh no, Jerome! He spun it similar to what Jasper done earlier, but unfortunately he's able to get the car spun back around, but unfortunately Jasper didn't have that luxury with it being so early in the race. There was a load of cars around him, and that just meant that he was unable to do that. So Jerome now really kind of out of this battle for the podium. As Maverick, he's gonna have a little peek. No, he thinks better of it. Sticks behind the Red Bull for the time being. Meanwhile, these two guys have had an absolute, probably one of their most boring races to date. Ryan, since lap 1, hasn't seen any competition really, and Don, since the pit stop at the VSC, I mean, he's just been in a P2 world of his own. But Maverick going very wide and picking up another 3-second time penalty. So right now I'm not sure who technically has the podium. I think Kieran does, because Maverick with 2 3-second time pens and Ryan B with a time pen. Jerome is going to be furious because he is now 5.5 seconds off the back of this train for the podium. But right now, Ryan B, he's just chilling there at the moment. He does have more ERS available to him. Meanwhile, Maverick, DRS now wide open, but you can see he's running out of battery to deploy, and he's struggling to get that move done. But he has gone down the inside, and a little bit of contact made there between the Toro Rosso and the Red Bull, and I think that has just opened the door for Ryan B to try and swoop it around the outside, but no, he gets the move done before the braking zone of turn 5. So now Ryan B up into 4th place, and we know the ERS difference between these two. We know that Ryan B has done very well at not only keeping his ERS, but knowing when to deploy it. As here we go, Ryan B is gonna close up on the Red Bull and go to the outside. Very close to contact there between these two. I thought for a second Maverick was going to try to be sneaky, but Ryan B goes deep. That might open the door for Maverick into the penultimate corner. It has opened the door for him. And Maverick and Ryan B side by side. Maverick picking up another 3-second time penalty. Ryan B around the outside of the final corner, and that is job done there for Ryan B. Now he has to use his ERS. He has to close up to Kieran. And he is closing up to the Red Bull driver. Right now, Ryan still has the fastest lap, as we see Slayer in the pits on a pretty fresh set of softs. So Slayer gonna try and dethrone Ryan's new fastest lap of the race. Time will tell. As it stands, Ryan is looking to gain the absolute maximum on Jasper here today, as Ryan B once again closing up on the Red Bull. Goes down the inside, gets it slowed down, and looks like he's got the move done. So Ryan B now up onto the podium as Slayer sets the new fastest lap, and Kieran, I think he's gone too deep into that corner and has picked up wing damage. No, he hasn't picked up wing damage. No, oh, Maverick is the one with wing damage. Oh no. Oh, Maverick with wing damage, and that is not going to help him keep in this battle. We're on the final lap of the race, and we still have no idea who's going to get the final spot on the podium. As Calvin now sets a new fastest lap. I wonder, is Ryan going for it? Yep, Ryan is a 10th up on this sector. One time Ryan is gunning for it. Kieran picks up a 3-second time penalty. Oh no! As Kieran just lost the podium with that penalty. Because to my knowledge, Kieran did not have a penalty at that point. As Ibo picks up a 3-second time penalty. Is Ryan going to set the fastest lap? It is currently being held by Calvin. All Ryan needs is an extra 2 tenths, and he could be sorted. Meanwhile, Ryan in third, just ahead of Kieran, but we're going to go on board with our race leader as he comes through the final corner for the final time, and he will set the fastest lap as well. So all 26 points going to XL Ryan, and that is his second race win, back-to-back victories, as Don comes home in third. Meanwhile, Calvin and Jordan were side by side momentarily, but in third will come Ryan B, and Kieran will actually pinch the podium away, so he has one less penalty. Jerome does manage to get back up at the 5th after that spin earlier. What about Ghost Recon? Is he going to gain any positions? No, he's just a bit too far behind. And now Calvin to the line. Is he going to... No, Jordan up into 7th. Jordan jumping both Ghost and Calvin there. And Jav will come across the line in 10th place, but Dave and Smitsky will push both Calvin and Jav down towards the bottom end of the points, and Cloudy Cloud with that 3-second time penalty at the end might have just cost him that final point, as we will wait to confirm. But that man on the top step of the podium, pole position, the race win and fastest lap, he has done the treble here today, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe the championship is now down to 1 point. So a massive congratulations there to Ryan for his second victory, and also it's the triple, right? He's done all 3. As there he is, pole position, race win, fastest lap, and no penalties as well. We got to mention that, no penalties for him or Don. So a good showing from both of the XL lads. And Kieran as well, bouncing back after last week, missing out on the podium, now gets his podium. Ryan B in 4th place, going to be disappointed with that. Duran in 5th, he's going to be furious after that spin. Up Maverick in 6th with those penalties added on. Jordan in 7th, going to be very happy with that, Jordan is. 8th is Ghost Recon, 9th Dave Javu, 10th is Smitsky, Calvin in 11th, and Jav will pick up the final points paying position. I want to see, did Cloudy Cloud... No, Cloudy Cloud wouldn't have got the final points paying position if he didn't get that 3-second time penalty at the end. But what a race from these guys in Division 4. As I said, massive congratulations to XL Ryan for doing the triple. He dominated this race. Pole position, fastest lap, and the race victory with no penalties as well. You can't ask for a better race result than that. And 26 points in the bag for him. So that is a good job, and that's just closed the championship right up. Also, massive congratulations to Don for getting back onto the podium. A bit of a boring race after he had that pit stop on the VSC, so he wouldn't have. He would have enjoyed a little bit more excitement, but as well as Ryan, they both would have enjoyed a little bit more excitement. But it is what it is. But they both managed to come through and maintain some good points for them in the championship. And then our third place finisher, finally, he doesn't throw away the podium at the end, is Kieran. So a massive congratulations to those 3 individuals, and what a race here at Russia. I have been Ivor Bryn Mike, and I do believe that there is a break week next week, but the next race on the calendar is Japan, so we hope to see you there. Until next time, have a good one, guys, and good night.